5 reasons to test at FamilyTreeDNA, even if you've tested elsewhere. Have you taken a DNA test at a company other than FamilyTreeDNA? There are a lot of options when it comes to DNA testing for genetic genealogy. FamilyTreeDNA has been a leader in the industry since we launched in 2000 as the first direct-to-consumer DNA testing service. And while we are the only company that offers Y-DNA and mtDNA testing for genetic genealogy, there are multiple options when it comes to autosomal DNA testing. You can test with several companies. And testing with one company doesn't mean that you can't test with another. Let's examine the top reasons to be sure that one of the places you choose is FamilyTreeDNA. First, more autosomal matches. Unfortunately, there's not a universal autosomal DNA testing database, so you will need to either test or transfer into multiple databases to broaden your matching pool. Doing that allows you to have more opportunities to find the matches that you need that will to answer your questions, whether it's about your overall ancestry, to confirm or refute your hypotheses about your family history, or to verify your family paper trail. Second, more autosomal tools. FamilyTreeDNA has specialized tools for analyzing your results. We have family matching, a tool that separates your matches into paternal and maternal sides. We have the chromosome browser and the matrix. Both are tools that allow you to compare your matches to find groups that share the same common ancestor with you. My Origins, Compare Origins, and Chromosome Painter allow you to view inherited ancestral population percentages to compare those percentages with matches and see where those populations are on your chromosomes. And we have Ancient Origins, which allows you to view the percentage of your DNA that matches ancient populations that migrated into Europe. Now, most male testers will receive a Y-DNA haplogroup, a mid-range placement on the Y-DNA tree of humankind. That allows you to discover more about where your father's direct line ancestors were from. And coming next year, mtDNA haplogroups, you'll receive a mid-range placement on the mtDNA tree of humankind, allowing you to discover more about where your mother's direct line ancestors were from. Speaking of Y-DNA, the third item is paternal lineages with Y-DNA. Now, taking a Y-DNA test can be particularly useful if you're interested in your father's lineage and exploring your family history in a detailed way. Y-DNA is passed from father to son, so it focuses on that single ancestral line. It doesn't mix together like the autosomal DNA does. So it just traces your father, your father's father, your father's father's father, and so on, back to that shared common patrilineal ancestor of all males. Only men inherit Y-DNA, which means that only men can take a Y-DNA test. However, many women manage tests for their male relatives in order to learn about their paternal lines. FamilyTreeDNA is the only company that provides Y-DNA testing and matching. So if you've hit a wall in your genealogical research, your Y-DNA matches can sometimes provide new leads, confirm existing hypotheses about your ancestry, or confirm your paper trail. As part of Y-DNA, we have the Discover tools and Big Y. With Discover, you can uncover the story of your father's line. You can find connections to notable historic people, ancient DNA from archaeological sites around the world, and modern individuals from academic and scientific studies, as well as you can learn the geographic origins of your paternal ancestors. For those who have Big Y results, Discover includes 2 additional features: the match time tree, which allows you to compare your matches to discover when each match shares a common ancestor with you and potentially determine who that ancestor is, and Globe Tracker, which allows you to follow the footsteps of your patrilineal ancestors across the globe over the course of 200,000 years of human history, from ancient to modern times, and discover where they lived and how they got there. The fourth item is maternal lineages with mtDNA. for those who are interested in exploring their maternal heritage and gaining a deeper understanding of their mother's family history, mtDNA testing is important. And mitochondrial DNA, or mtDNA, is passed down from mother to child, so it focuses on a single ancestral line as well, much like Y-DNA. It traces your mother's mother's line back to that shared common matrilineal ancestor of all humans. Everyone has mtDNA, so everyone can take an mtDNA test, but FamilyTreeDNA is the only company that provides mtDNA testing and matching. Well, let's face it, researching the women in our family trees can be difficult. Records can be hard to find. Women change their surname with marriage, so you can't trace a single surname to find them. So if you've hit a wall in your genealogical research, your mtDNA matches can sometimes provide those leads, can help with your hypotheses about your ancestry or confirm your matrilineal paper trail. In addition, in 2020, FamilyTreeDNA, in partnership with the Research Division of National Geographic's Genographic Project, launched the Million Mito Project. The goal was to build the world's largest mtDNA tree of humankind. The new mito tree will expand upon the existing academic mtDNA tree of humankind, the phylotree. And by looking at more data from MT full sequence testers at FamilyTreeDNA, as well as sequences from the Genographic Project, Ancient DNA, and academic studies, the mito tree is expected to add thousands of new branches on our genetic tree. Now, along with the mito tree, we're adding more tools to help you learn about your mother's history. So MitoDiscover will include some of the same features and tools that are available for Y-DNA. So you can find those connections to, again, notable historical people, ancient DNA from archaeological sites around the world, modern individuals from academic and scientific studies, and then the geographic origins of your maternal ancestors. For those with full sequence results, you'll be able to compare your matches on the match time tree to determine when you share a common ancestor with each other and potentially figure out who that shared ancestor is. And more tools will be added over time, including Globe Trekker, which will allow you to trace your maternal ancestors' path across the globe over 150,000 years ago to modern day. The mito tree will have not just new branches, but younger branches. So that means your mtDNA haplogroup can fall within genealogical times, and that allows you to trace your mother's story from modern day to the ancient past. Fifth is group projects. FamilyTreeDNA is the only company that has group projects, and genealogy is a team sport. When you work together, you can find more answers. Those group projects are free for all customers to join, and they bring together individuals with shared interests, whether it's a common surname, geographic origin, etc. And it allows for collaborative research and for sharing of information and discoveries. Many project administrators are knowledgeable in genealogy and genetics, and joining a project gives you access to their expertise, and that can help you navigate your research. There are over 11,000 group projects available, so it's probably going to be pretty easy to find one that fits your research goals. But if there's not one already available, you could always apply to create your own. So how do you get started? Well, if you have tested at another company, simply transfer your existing autosomal DNA results to FamilyTreeDNA. Be sure to read the website. There are a few conditions, so there are some exclusions, but in general, simply download your raw data from your test at another company and upload it to us, and you'll get autosomal matches for free. To receive additional tools to help with your research that we discussed earlier, there's a one-time fee of $19 that does sometimes go on sale. So that's cheaper than actually doing a new test. No swabbing or spitting necessary unless you are adding additional Y or mtDNA testing to your order. In that case, we'll send out a sample kit for you. Now, if you aren't transferring, you'll order a Family Finder Y test, mtDNA test, or a combination. from the website from a customer service agent, and then upon completion of that order, you'll get your sign-in credentials via email for your online account, along with a confirmation email of the purchase. Then we mail you out a DNA collection kit, and when that kit arrives, you use the swabs that are included to collect your DNA and mail it back to our lab. Be sure and read the instructions carefully, because there are some steps to make sure you get a good sample. And as soon as we get that sample back at the lab, we'll process it in our in-house lab, and then you'll receive the results on your online account. Now, if you already tested at FamilyTreeDNA and you've already submitted samples, adding on or upgrading results is easy. Just sign into your account. Now, that's really important to make sure you sign into your account first. Click on the Add-ons and Upgrades button in the upper right corner of the page and add the test of your choice to the shopping cart or multiple tests. We'll use the sample that you've already sent us to process your order, and then your results will be added to your account in a few weeks. Occasionally, a new sample may be required by the lab for various reasons. We'll alert you if that's the case, if the lab has requested a new sample, and then we'll mail a collection kit to the shipping address that's listed in your account settings. So there you have it. 5 reasons for testing with FamilyTreeDNA, even if you've tested elsewhere. For more information, visit FamilyTreeDNA.com, and you can reach our customer service team at FamilyTreeDNA.com/contact.